Welcome to the channel. Before you spend any loose change, pause, because even a dirty, damaged the top 6 most valuable and most expensive Washington quarter dollar could be worth life-changing money. People have pulled these coins from old jars and sold them for unbelievable prices, enough to change their fortune overnight. In today's video, we reveal how an ordinary-looking US coin can secretly be worth a fortune. So grab your coins, check your drawers, and don't blink. The one sitting in your house right now might be your unexpected ticket to wealth. Let's get started. First up in the 1979 Washington quarter, even in the most dirty, abused, fully damaged, and forgotten condition, has shocked collectors and investors across the world because a handful of misstruck and rare bicentennial design error pieces from the Denver Mint have gone on to sell for life-changing money. We are not talking about a few $100s. We are talking about numbers that can flip your world upside down. This tiny metal disc is capable of rewriting a person's destiny overnight. Before you ever think of tossing away that old jar of coins or handing over change at a grocery store, understand this. One single quarter from 1979, even beaten, scratched, rust-stained, and ugly to the bone, has been known to fetch jaw-dropping prices because the market is not paying for beauty. It is paying for rarity, errors, survival, and history. The people who walked away with 5-figure and 6-figure checks did not expect miracles. They simply looked at their coins before spending them. That is the difference between losing a fortune and discovering one. Collectors across the globe are locked in a bidding war for a special subgroup of these 1979 quarters. The bicentennial error strike cross-die transitional anomalies that escape the mint in microscopic quantities. The reason these pieces are commanding money well beyond imagination is because they are essentially minting accidents that were never meant to leave the US Mint. Once the numismatic world identifies the coin as a forward-reverse mismatch or wrong planchet survivor, dirty or not, damaged or not, struck off metal or not, the price ignites like gasoline on fire. People assume that if a coin looks destroyed, it is worthless, but the truth is the exact opposite in some cases. The more a coin has lived through circulation and still bears the marks of a minting freak mutation, the higher its mystique. Experienced dealers will pay fortunes not because the coin is pretty, but because it should not exist at all. Every scrape, every dent, every layer of dust becomes part of its battle armor of authenticity. It's proof that it is a runaway survivor from the minting chaos of 1979. And let this be clear, we are not talking small profits. Some of these pieces have sold for amounts that would make most people nauseous with disbelief. We live in a world where cardboard sport cards and old sneakers sell for millions. So imagine how much more money a legal United States government-issued currency mistake could command. These quarters are not just historical relics. They are money-making monsters hiding inside coffee cups and shoe boxes across America and beyond. Think about it. Coins are the only man-made objects that can still spend as currency centuries after creation. But the market now values them not for spending, but for their unmatched rarity. A normal person walks past a fortune every day because they think a coin is just a coin. Meanwhile, the smart collectors who understand rarity, error strikes, mint origins, and survival counts are walking into auction houses with absurd payouts wired into their bank accounts. So if you are sitting on a forgotten tin full of USA coins, stop. Do not spend them at any cost. Do not give away what may be $1 million shot at generational wealth. That crumpled dirty quarter might be your fuel to retire early, buy a home debt-free, or turn a normal life into a dream life. These coins have unimaginable wealth locked inside them, and you would never know unless you check. Look inside your drawers, your old wallets, inherited piggy banks, storage boxes, junk drawers, or even coins that fell behind furniture. People have found these monsters in the most ridiculous places: attic trunks, glove compartments, even in piles of worthless metal waiting to be spent on candy. Fortune often hides where the lazy never look. Today's video is for every viewer who has ever wondered why some coins explode in value while others die as pocket change. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why the 1979 Washington quarter is one of the most hunted, talked about, and extreme profit-carrying coins in the modern United States numismatic market, especially those with the bicentennial strike error signatures that put them into the impossible survival category. Stick around, because the coin sitting right now in your room or purse could be a sleeping financial giant. Once we reveal the truth behind how these 1979 D-era quarters shot to the top of the numismatic food chain, you may never look at any coin the same way again. This is not scrap metal. This is a potential billionaire ticket minted in silver-colored disguise. Next up in the fast-changing world of numismatics, there are a few coins that don't just sit quietly inside drawers. They roar with unimaginable value, shock collectors worldwide, and turn ordinary pocket change into unthinkable fortune. One of those wildly talked about coins is the 1995 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that most people would toss aside as trash if they saw it dirty, corroded, or battered, without ever realizing that the exact same ugly-looking coin has sold for eye-freezing amounts in the current active coin market. People think that only shiny, fresh-minted, untouched coins become valuable, but the explosive truth is different. Some of the most historic, collector-desirable, and highest-priced quarters ever found were discovered in full damaged condition, with scratches, discoloration, and worn-out surfaces. Collectors and big auction houses don't just look at beauty. They look at rarity, mint origin, strike errors, and survival numbers. And the 1995 quarter is one of those sleepers that exploded in price when extremely rare variants appeared in circulation. This coin is not just a rounded piece of metal. It is a potential time capsule of American minting history. Found in change jars, old piggy banks, desk drawers, and forgotten boxes, this coin carries the Philadelphia Mint mark that ties it to a huge mint run. But ironically, most of these coins were spent and destroyed over time. The rare survivors, especially those carrying special striking anomalies and unusual aging, have attracted gigantic waves of bidding pressure from elite numismatists, billionaire hobbyists, and museum-grade collectors hungry to buy before these pieces vanish forever. Even if you see a 1995 quarter that is most dirty, most full-scratched, most battle-damaged, and looks like it went through fire, mud, and destruction, stop. Don't throw it. Don't spend it. Don't ignore it. Some of the most hopeless-looking coins became the stars of viral auctions, broken sales records, and made headlines for selling at prices people never thought possible for everyday currency. Many collectors admit publicly that they once spent rare coins unknowingly at grocery stores, toll booths, gas stations, and vending machines, only to later discover that such coins in the present market are worth life-changing money. That is exactly why this video exists. To shake viewers awake before more million-dollar mistakes are made again. You might be holding value that could flip your life trajectory without even realizing it. Auction stories, collector forums, and private deal transactions all tell the same electrifying narrative. Coins that look worthless have shocked the world with jaw-dropping sales because the real value lies not in shine, but in extremely rare mint designations and surviving rarity. And the 1995 Washington quarter has already earned a notorious reputation in exactly that category. Common to the eye, deadly rare under the surface. This coin rides in the same legendary conversation as some of the most expensive U.S. coins ever sold, not because of gold, silver, or platinum composition, but purely due to rarity, misstrikes, and extreme collector chase demand. When a collector wants it, prices go wild. When two collectors want it, prices become historic. That is why experts warn, do not spend United States quarters without checking them. One coin could equal what people work a lifetime to earn. If you are someone sitting with jars of U.S. coins from trips, pocket change from relatives, inherited collections, or coins that have been rotting in forgotten corners, your moment might already be sitting in front of you, and you don't even know it. One 1995 Washington quarter with the right features can rewrite your financial reality in one transaction, just as previous rare finds did for others before you. So take a deep breath and check carefully before another potential fortune slips back into circulation. Open your old piggy banks, dig through that dusty metal box, check coin rolls, inspect wallet pockets, because one of these rare 1995 quarters could be hiding in plain sight like a sleeping landmine of wealth ready to detonate into your reality. The most shocking twist in this story is that the majority of people who own these 1995 quarters never even realized what they had until someone else bought the same coin for jaw-dropping money online or at auction. Imagine the heartbreak of spending a coin on a soda, and later watching the same coin design sell for the price of a luxury home. That is why every serious collector screams one message loud and clear. Never spend unidentified USA coins. What looks like 25 cents today could be a silent millionaire asset waiting to reveal itself. And the craziest truth is that rare coins do not announce themselves. They do not glow, vibrate, or scream, "I am valuable." They hide behind dirt, rust, discoloration, bend marks, scratches, and age. The world's most explosive collectible sales have come from coins that looked like they survived a war. The 1995 P quarter, even in ugly, disgusting, corroded, abused condition, has the potential to trigger a life-altering payout if it carries the right mint features collectors chase like wildfire. This is why this coin is not just a quarter. It is a lottery ticket with metal edges. Unlike lottery tickets, however, this one does not expire. It doesn't lose value when damaged. It doesn't depend on luck. It depends on awareness. Today's video is that awareness. One moment of learning can save you from making a $1 million mistake. 1 second of hesitation before spending your coins could change the direction of your entire life. There are people who once ignored this kind of information and now regret it forever. They watched others collect life-changing money from the same coins they had in their hands years ago, but never checked. That is why you're here, to make sure you're not the next person saying, "I had that coin once. I spent it." Once a rare coin leaves your possession, it may never come back. And once someone else cashes it in, the opportunity is gone forever. The 1995 P. Washington quarter stands in a category of coins that redefine the meaning of accidental fortune. A coin that was never created to be rare, but became rare because time, circulation, destruction, and human ignorance erased most of its kind from existence. That is why when one rare surviving piece shows up at an auction or in a dealer's hands, the competition sparks like gasoline on fire. Wealthy collectors, hedge funds, private vault owners, they don't blink, they bid. They know that once such a piece is gone, replacing it is almost impossible in today's market. What makes this even more electrifying is that the next shocking coin discovery isn't going to be found in a museum or bank vault. It will be found in someone's house, inside an old jar, in a bag of forgotten coins, inside a drawer where coins have been tossed for decades without meaning. You could scroll through this video on your phone right now while your own fortune is sitting in a plastic bowl in the kitchen or lying under a car seat, silent, ignored, waiting. That is the intensity of this message. Value is not hiding far away. It might be inside your home at this exact moment. So before you dismiss the idea that your coins could be worth anything, remember one brutal truth. Every single record-breaking coin that changed someone's life once looked ordinary to someone else. The person who finds the next millionaire-grade 1995 P quarter won't find it in a glass case. They will find it where nobody bothered to look. And that is why you are here, not to learn about a coin, but to protect yourself from losing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that may already be in your possession without you realizing it. So before you pay for your next coffee using coins, before you dump your jar into a bank machine, before you dismiss that pile of junk change at home, stop. Pause. Inspect. That dirty beaten 1995 P quarter could be the exact same coin that turns your financial story into something people talk about for years. This is not exaggeration. This is the hidden truth behind modern numismatic wealth. Stick around in this video because we're just getting started. What you're about to hear next will completely reshape how you look at every coin in your house. This isn't just coin talk. This is financial awakening. Your future fortune could be resting under your fingertips right now without you even realizing it. Next up we are talking about the United States 1978 Washington quarter dollar with NO mint mark, a coin that in its most dirty, beaten, full damage and ugly condition has shocked the collector's market with its insane sale prices. People see coins every single day and never realize that the ragged, scratched, dented quarter sitting in a jar could secretly hold life-changing value. Yes, a damaged and filthy old quarter from 1978 has turned casual finders into overnight millionaires when discovered to be the right rare variety. Before you think, it's just a quarter worth 25 cents. Let me tell you, this is not just metal. In the world of numismatics, rarity rules, not condition. Even coins treated like trash can explode in value due to minting errors, ultra-low survival counts, or missing markings. This 1978 no-mint mark quarter is one such silent gold mine. Collectors and auction houses have proven again and again that these old quarters with unusual traits can skyrocket buyers into bidding wars that stretch into 6 and even 7 figures. You might be asking, how does a dirty, damaged, ugly coin become a treasure? Because the value does not depend on beauty. It depends on rarity and the existence of extremely rare variations from the mint. If your coin carries a rare striking flaw, a feeder error, a wrong planchet strike, or even an unusual metal composition anomaly, Then that worthless-looking coin becomes a numismatic missile, exploding into shocking price tags that shock even professional collectors. Think about this clearly. This quarter is now nearly half a century old. Millions were made, but very few have survived with the rare characteristics collectors crave. Time, circulation, and destruction have wiped most of them out. That is exactly why the survivors, even in destroyed condition, are jaw-dropping treasures. Imagine finding a coin that has been kicked around, scratched, chipped, jammed in vending machines, covered in dirt, and still worth hundreds of thousands or even millions. This one small disc of metal could be the ticket you never expected. People have unknowingly thrown fortune coins into fountains, used them in shopping carts, or left them rotting in damp basements. What if that forgotten coin is the one that makes you the next headline story? Ordinary person finds $1,000,000 coin in old jar? These are not fairy tales. These are real recorded events in the coin market. Today's coin market is aggressive, competitive, and cash-heavy. Wealthy collectors, museums, and private investors are literally hunting for survivors. They pay wild amounts to secure coins with historical importance and rarity beyond imagination. That 1978 quarter with no mint mark is now one of the hot targets, and not just because of age, but because of impossible-to-replace rarity. So before you spend any USA coin, before you roll them into banks or toss them aside, stop. Never underestimate what might be in your hands. Coins that look worthless are selling for life-changing amounts. This is why collectors say, dirty is not dead, dirty might be destiny. The worst-looking coins are sometimes the most valuable because they slipped through unnoticed, never graded, never saved, making them extremely rare survivors. Take this seriously. Go check your old drawers, your piggy banks, inherited boxes from parents or grandparents. Look inside those tins full of useless change. What you think is trash may be the exact coin that could end your financial struggle forever. A small quarter could do what a lifetime of work never could. Change your life overnight. In this video, we are unlocking these unbelievable stories and the reasons behind the monstrous value sitting in the 1978 no mint mark Washington quarter. We're diving deep into the core of why collectors are throwing insane money on these pieces of American history. Stay with me until the end, because what you are about to learn could literally rewrite your financial destiny. Many people wrongly assume that only uncirculated or shiny coins are worth money. That belief has made millions of people accidentally throw away wealth. The truth is, collectors don't buy shine, they buy rarity, mystery, and impossibility. A coin that has been tortured by time and life, but still carries a mint rarity or error, is like finding a torn, muddy lottery ticket that still wins the jackpot. The dirt, cracks, and dents only prove that the coin managed to survive in the wild, unnoticed and unprotected, which makes it even more significant. Think about what this means. Your fortune might not be sitting in a bank, not in land, not in gold bars, but in something so small that you forget it exists. A forgotten quarter from 1978, without a mint mark, could hold more wealth than an entire property portfolio, and the world will not warn you or inform you automatically. You must look. You must search. You must open your eyes to what everyone else ignores. That is how fortunes are discovered, not by luck, but by awareness. This is why this video matters. Not because we are talking about coins, but because we are talking about hidden power disguised as everyday objects. The 1978 no mint mark quarter is a silent millionaire maker. The moment auctions detect them, the bidding wars ignite like wildfire. People in suits, investors with briefcases, private collectors with vaults. They line up to pay explosive prices for something you might have abandoned as garbage. So before you scroll past, before you forget what you just heard, realize that a single decision, checking your coins, can flip your financial life upside down. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need to invest. You don't need luck. The coin might already be in your house. Wealth is not always something you go out and search for. Sometimes it is something you already own without knowing. Stay locked in, because in the remaining part of this video we will uncover what makes these coins catch fire in the marketplace, why buyers are placing insane bids, and how ordinary people like you are turning dusty metal into real, life-changing cash. Do not underestimate this. One old coin can rewrite your destiny faster than any job, degree, or business ever could. If you have ever wondered how ordinary circulated coins turn into million-dollar jackpots, this is your moment. So sit tight, don't blink, and pay attention, because the knowledge in this video could be the bridge between a dusty coin jar and unimaginable wealth. Next up in the world of American coins, there are only a few pieces that can shake the entire collector's market. And one of those shockers is the 1982 D Washington quarter dollar, the Denver minted coin that most people walk past, toss away, or spend without a second thought. This tiny metallic disc, even when it is extremely dirty, scratched, dented, or beaten to death, has destroyed expectations at auctions and private sales because of the rare errors, wrong planchets, and unbelievable minting anomalies hidden under that ugly surface. People think only shiny, polished coins make money, but that is the biggest mistake. Sometimes the ugliest coin on earth is the most powerful lottery ticket in disguise. Collectors and dealers have paid jaw-dropping amounts for 1982 D quarters that would look worthless to the naked eye. There are coins struck on silver planchets by accident, coins with doubled dies that exploded the price into the stratosphere, and coins with minting mistakes that make them rarer than diamonds per existing specimen count. Imagine pulling out a dirty, damaged quarter from a jar, seeing what looks like worthless metal, and finding out that same coin can tear through the market like a financial storm, rewriting a person's net worth in a single transaction. This specific 1982 D coin is tied to stories that sound like urban legends. Regular individuals finding one coin in change and selling it for price tags that rival luxury cars. That is why every serious collector repeats the same warning. Do not spend American coins blindly, ever. Before you hand that quarter to a cashier or slide it into a vending machine, understand that a mistake in minting can turn that quarter from 25 cents to hundreds of thousands, or even a million-level treasure under the right conditions and buyer interest. What makes these coins so wild is not just their age. It's the unplanned chaos of the minting process in the early 1980s, when machinery, pressure, metal supply, and production errors collided in freak accidents that will never repeat again. Once the mint corrects an error, the anomaly disappears forever, meaning each of these 1982 D errors represents a one-time crack in history. An accident locked in metal forever, never to be recreated, never to be restocked. People assume wealth comes from gold, property, or stocks, but right now, coins are creating silent millionaires. The dirty, battered 1982 D quarter you treat like garbage could be one of the coins experts call sleeping giants. Coins that sit unnoticed for decades until somebody smart enough recognizes them and suddenly turns them into headline-making sales. This is not fantasy. This is documented reality inside auction houses and private collections. That is why in this video we are going deeper than the typical internet rumor and hype, into the actual value force that makes these coins explode in price even in destroyed condition. You will understand what auction houses look for, what triggers skyrocketing bids, and why collectors fight wars over coins that visually look like trash. Dirty, dented, tarnished. None of that matters when the strike itself is abnormal, because rarity beats appearance every single time in numismatics. If you have ever tossed your loose coins into drawers, old boxes, plastic jars, or piggy banks thinking they are dead money, this should wake you up. Your house could be sitting on silent currency wealth, and not the printed kind that loses value with inflation, but metal history that only gains value with time. The 1982 D quarter is proof that fortune does not always shine. Sometimes it looks ruined, bent, or ugly until the right person recognizes it. So before you spend another US quarter, before you roll your coins for the bank, before you dismiss that dirty old coin from the 1980s as worthless, pause, because one wrong decision can literally throw away a millionaire-making mistake. 1 second of ignorance can cost generations of wealth. Do not be the person who gave away a fortune to a soda machine without ever knowing it. Collectors describe the 1982 D quarter as a fortune core wrapped in garbage, because its most life-changing value is usually discovered on coins that look like they came out of a fire pit or trash bag. Dirt does not erase rarity, scratches do not erase history, and corrosion does not erase a minting mistake. The DNA of value is locked inside the metal forever. Auction buyers don't pay for beauty, they pay for impossibility. And coins like these are impossible accidents frozen in time. That is why people who understand coin value treat even the ugliest quarter with the same respect someone would give a diamond, carefully, patiently, and never casually spending it. Most people don't know this, but some of the highest paid 1982 D quarters were found in the wild not by collectors, but by regular everyday people. Truck drivers, students, barbers, taxi passengers, retired grandparents cleaning drawers. This is what makes coin wealth terrifying and exciting at the same time. You do not need to be an expert to own a $1 million coin. You only need to not throw it away. History keeps rewarding people who take the extra second to look before spending. That 1 second can separate poverty from prosperity. The quarter you ignore right now might be the exact type that elite collectors fight behind closed doors to acquire. Some wealthy bidders compete to secure coins like these not just as a hobby, but as investment weapons, banking their future on rare metal instead of inflation-rotted paper currency. That means even if you have a damaged coin, as long as it carries that minting anomaly, your coin is not competing with trash. It is competing with art, gold, real estate, and financial portfolios in the eyes of these buyers. This is why today's message is not entertainment. It is a warning. If you have USA coins from older decades, especially from the 70s and 80s, do not ignore them. The most expensive coins ever sold were once handled carelessly, thrown in jars, scraped by vending machines, and passed through thousands of hands before someone finally stopped and saw what others never noticed. The 1982 D is a silent wealth trigger that waits for someone with awareness, not luck, to uncover it. And as we move deeper into the coming sections of this video, we will unpack how to identify these rare strikes, why 1982 is a turning point year in US minting, how value multiplies even in catastrophic surface condition, and why this coin is considered one of the most dangerous sleepers in the coin universe. The next minutes could transform not just how you see coins, but how you see money itself. So stay right where you are, because the most shocking part is still ahead. This video is your alert siren, your wake-up knock, your warning before it is too late. If you have American coins in any condition, do not spend them, do not trade them, and do not ignore them. The 1982 D quarter we are discussing today is living proof that the microscopic details hidden on a coin can rewrite a life story in one transaction. Stick around, because what you are about to learn may make you walk straight to your old storage box the moment this video ends. In the next minutes, we are going to expose how an ordinary-looking junk coin from 1982 D can be a catastrophic money bomb, why the marketplace is hunting this exact date and mint mark with aggressive pricing, and how one coin can turn from pocket change to a fortune that duplicates businesses, buys properties, or ends financial struggle forever. Get ready. The next chapter could change what you think about the coins in your hand. Next up to if you are holding a 1993 D United States Washington quarter dollar in your hands right now, even if it is dirty, scratched, bent, or brutally damaged, don't even think about spending it like a normal quarter. This coin, born at the Denver Mint, is not just a simple piece of metal. In the world of modern numismatics, it has turned into a silent gold mine. In today's exploding collector market, the ugliest, most circulated, most abused coins are being re-evaluated for hidden errors and minting anomalies that ordinary people overlook. And some of these so-called trash-condition pieces are selling like treasure. You heard that right. A coin that looks like it has been through a washing machine, buried in mud, or trapped in a drawer for decades could still be worth huge money if it carries a specific mint error or rare striking detail. Collectors around the world are watching auctions, waiting like hawks, ready to throw unimaginable cash on the table for pieces just like yours. So if you dumped your old change jar thinking it is useless, you might have just thrown away your lottery ticket. We live in a time where common pocket change has made ordinary people millionaires overnight. Imagine opening an old piggy bank from your childhood or checking that pile of forgotten coins in your cupboard and suddenly realizing you're holding a rare 1993 D quarter error worth more than a luxury car or a brand new house. The truth is, these coins don't ask permission before making someone rich. They just sit quietly until someone with knowledge finds them. The 1993 D quarter is particularly dangerous, in a good way, because millions of people ignore it thinking it's too new to be valuable. But seasoned collectors know that Denver-minted quarters from this era hide some of the most astonishing double-die strikes, off-center errors, clipped planchets, and bizarre production defects ever recorded in U.S. coinage. These mistakes are invisible to untrained eyes, but worth unbelievable sums to the right bidder. Most people believe rare coins must look shiny, golden, or preserved like museum jewels. But the market is proving the opposite. Dirt doesn't kill value. Scratches don't kill value. Circulation doesn't kill value. What matters is whether the coin carries a flaw created by the mint itself. A flaw that cannot be replaced, duplicated, or forged. That is why even ruined coins are now appearing in millionaire collections. Collectors are obsessed with the combination of modern date and massive error, and the 1993 D Washington quarter perfectly fits that demand. These aren't just collectibles, they're investment vehicles. Coins that cost 25 cents decades ago are flipping for thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars in online bidding wars, sometimes without the owner even realizing what they stumbled upon. Think about that for a moment. A coin you could have spent on a gumball is today capable of rewriting your financial reality. When we say these coins change fortunes, we are not exaggerating. History has proven time and time again that a single discovery from ordinary circulation has catapulted regular citizens into extraordinary wealth. And the story is repeating again in 2025 as demand intensifies. Before you even think of spending a single coin from the 1990s, stop, breathe, and inspect. Look at your pocket change, check old travel bags, open dusty tin boxes, search jars in the kitchen, unlock that forgotten drawer. That 1993 D quarter could be sitting inches away from you right now waiting to be recognized. One discovery is all it takes, and the next viral headline could be your name. People ask, why are buyers paying insane money for such coins? Because rarity is not about age anymore. It is about survival and uniqueness. And the rarer the flaw, the bigger the paycheck. These coins are time bombs of wealth hidden inside everyday life, quiet, ignored, underestimated, until the right collector identifies them and turns them into high-value assets. What makes this story even more electrifying is that these coins are not locked inside museums or secret vaults. They are floating through the economy, hiding in ordinary circulation, landing in your hands without warning. Every time you receive change from a grocery store, gas station, toll booth, or vending machine, you could be touching a fortune and not even realize it. The fact that people treat these coins like pocket trash is exactly what keeps them rare and valuable. Ignorance protects value. The surge in global online auctions has exploded this market beyond imagination. Collectors from Asia, Europe, and the Middle East are fiercely competing to own rare American coin errors, especially from modern decades like the 1990s. This international bidding war has driven prices higher than ever before, turning coins like the 1993 D Denver Mint quarter into financial rocket fuel. Every time a new error discovery appears, the bidding doesn't start slow. It erupts like a volcano. And here is the part that shocks the public. A coin does not need to be certified or graded to spark interest. Yes, grading can multiply value, but raw, ungraded, dirty, and even physically abused coins have already been sold for ridiculous numbers just because the error was undeniable. That means the coin in your junk box does not have to be perfect. It just has to be the right coin with the right flaw. Imagine being the person who finds one of these coins today. One moment you're scrolling through social media, broke, jobless, stressed, and the next moment you are holding a coin that buyers are scrambling to pay more than you ever earned in a year. That is why we tell people, stop underestimating what lies in your drawers. Coins are not just history. They are financial weapons silently waiting to be activated. The 1993 D quarter is a silent killer in the coin world. It doesn't shout, it doesn't shine, it doesn't look special, but once the right eyes see it, it becomes a monster of value. It is the kind of coin that turns skeptics speechless and turns owners into legends. Every serious collector knows that once these coins leave public hands and enter private collections, they may never return to the market again, which means the window to profit is closing with every passing year. So ask yourself right now, have you checked your coins carefully, or are you possibly sitting on life-changing wealth without knowing it? Don't wait for someone else to go viral showing the same coin you accidentally spent on a bus ride. When a 25-cent coin can rewrite your destiny, the smartest thing you can do is investigate before you circulate. Stay tuned, because in this series, we will expose exactly how to identify these rare triggers of fortune before they disappear forever. Before we dive deeper into spotting value, understand this. Timing is everything in the coin market. The longer people ignore the 1993 D quarter, the more expensive the remaining known examples become. Each time a collector locks one away in a private vault, another chance is erased from the general public. Demand is rising, supply is shrinking, and the coins still hiding in forgotten places are turning into ticking profit bombs for whoever discovers them first. Many people assume that only ancient coins or gold coins can make someone rich, but the 1993 D quarter is a modern giant, a perfect storm of rarity, demand, and ignorance. It is hiding in plain sight where nobody is looking. That is what makes it dangerous for sellers and golden for finders. The tragedy is that thousands of people have unknowingly spent these coins on coffee, parking meters, and fast food without ever realizing they just gave away a fortune for pennies. You must understand that numismatic wealth does not come dressed in luxury. It usually comes disguised as trash. The dirtier, more abused, more rejected a coin appears, the more likely it is that nobody before you has examined it closely. That neglected appearance is not a flaw, it is camouflage. That dirt might be covering the only error that could make a buyer lose their mind and send you an offer you never dreamed existed. Collectors are not paying for beauty, they are paying for uniqueness. In the coin world, perfection is common, but imperfect factory mistakes are king. A mint error on a coin is like a fingerprint of destiny. No second copy exists anywhere on Earth. When the world realizes something exists only once, price instantly transforms from hobby money to historic wealth. That is why the 1993 D quarter is not just a collectible. It is potential generational wealth hiding inside a 25-cent shell. So before you even think of ignoring your change again, stop and reevaluate everything you thought you knew about money. You might not need a business, a job, an investor, a bank loan, or luck. You might already possess the winning ticket in a drawer you haven't opened in years. That little silver-colored coin could be the loudest silent miracle of your lifetime, waiting for someone with knowledge to wake it up and cash it in. And that someone could be you, if you watch carefully and act wisely. So before you go anywhere, freeze. Don't spend a single US coin without checking it first. What looks worthless may actually be priceless. This tiny metallic disc could be your passport to unimaginable wealth. The 1993 D Washington quarter is not simply currency. It is a potential fortune disguised as change. Stick around, because in the upcoming breakdown, we're going to reveal exactly what makes these coins worth so much and how to identify whether the one in your hand is the next big money miracle.